cheers, mate.
Mate, this has been overdue.
Big time overdue, big time overdue. So,
Oh, that's good.
it is good. Now, we were just chatting before, I've gone, because we always see each other really at Dance at Stedford's, because my studio, or mum and dad's studio, is a big supporter of your family's studio, and you guys run a fair few throughout the year. And I always see you, and we always go, let's grab beer. And then about 2 weeks ago, I've gone, mate, if we don't make this happen in the next 2 weeks, you're a shit bloke, and I don't want to talk to you. No, you're not a shit bloke. But and then we finally happened. So then I got here, I said, what would you like to drink?
Yep.
And then you said pale ale, and I couldn't put money on that because I think there's something with guys who have very good beards, and I think you are ranked number one in terms of beards that I've seen. But there's something they just like pale ales. Pale ale. Have you always drunk pale ale? Or was it when you grew the beard? You were like, hang on.
To be honest, when I was in my earlier years, I loved anything that was alcoholic.
Right.
So it had alcohol in it. It was me.
13. That's
when I was 14. 13 and a half. Almost 14. No, actually, I started drinking quite early. Not that I condone it. Don't do it.
No.
But yeah, I was really good at being a bad drinker.
Yeah, really good at being a bad drinker. Yeah.
Yeah, so I drink anything. I drank a lot of bourbon back then.
Yeah,
now it's more pale ale and Scotch, whiskey.
Yeah, cool.
You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
What do you drink?
What do I drink? A bit like you.
Yeah.
Bit of everything.
Do you think that's come with age?
Yeah, and just going out a lot and just working through menus. I'm big into my cocktails and all that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Make a lot of cocktails. And
I just don't have the patience. I'm like, come on, now.
Yeah. I kind of that. I'm just getting into wine now though.
Yeah, see, I've tried getting into it, and I think there's so much to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you ever been to a vineyard? You do that, and it gets the ball rolling for you, and you actually know what you like and what you don't.
Someone actually I know that does it, that knows quite well, is Sally Dashwood and Tim.
Sally Dashwood, is that
Sally? Sally here. Yeah, well, it used to be Sally here. Sally Dashwood, Tim Dashwood. They know their wines. So, Tim especially, he knows what he's talking about. So every time I see him, I feel like I get a bit of inspiration.
Yeah.
But he knows.
My dad loves his wine.
Yeah.
All my family drink wine. They're all wine, and then I rocked up, and I'm just like, I just think it all tastes like goon.
Yeah.
And then I started, educating myself and tasting and trying. And, yeah. So you need to do that.
I think the attractive aspect for me is food. So when you're eating that wine for that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because that changes everything as well.
Apparently.
It does. Yeah. That's what I've been learning when they go to these.
Yeah.
If you go to a good one, they'll give you all these bits of food to have. They go, try the wine. You're like, oh yeah. Now have this cheese and try the wine. And it's just like, game changer.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's where I'm at on drinking. Getting to love my wine a little bit more. But yes, anything and everything.
I love how the first
5
minutes has been about beer and my beard. Well, it's good.
Yeah, I feel like that was always going to. And how long has that been growing for?
Well, look, I chopped this off. Not chop it off. I sort of trim it to a stage.
You straighten it? Have you seen those straighteners?
Nah.
I always get the tagged advertisement, and I'm like,
why
am I getting tagged?
Well, it's good men health. So you do a lot of, I don't know, Nivea products or whatever. As soon as you do anything that's aftershave related, beards are now like a thing. City yellow, like I don't know. It's one of those things where I get tagged in it quite a fair bit. Not tagged. See the ads.
Yeah.
On Instagram, I'm like, get lost,
I always think about that ad. It's like I was chatting to someone the other day about South Australia. Yeah. And then I got all this accommodation. I didn't even look anything up.
No, that's scary.
They're listening, bro.
I'm telling you, they're reading minds, mate.
Yeah, ridiculous. So what's news, man? So what does a week of yours look like at the moment? I know you're teaching at absolutely every goddamn studio.
I'm doing quite a fair bit of teaching.
Yeah.
And if I'm not teaching, to be honest, as of recently, I've tried to be a bit more creative. Which we can talk about later date. But basically, I'm teaching. I've got the Sydney Tap Fest that I'm really passionate about, which consumes every other part of my life. And if I'm not doing that, basically I've got a small prop tap board company. So how are they
going? Is that?
Yeah, look, I'm trying to find the perfect board for every sort of scenario.
Right.
So something that's lightweight, big enough, small enough.
Yeah.
You know, something that a 12-year-old girl can carry around, or a Viking bloke can, just chuck in his pocket. Sort of.
Yeah.
So something like that is that's what I'm looking for.
So you're still kind of working on prototypes and...
Always. I think if you're ever satisfied with the product, I think then that's when you fail.
Right, okay.
So I think if you can't find an improvement for something, I think that's when... Because I think there's always... I know it's so cliche, but there's always room for improvement.
Always room for improvement, yeah, for sure. And so is there something where, are you selling those, or you are selling them?
Well, I am selling them.
Because I see them, but then I don't really know. So is that something that you want to try and get it right and then you'll market them?
No, I'm just sort of selling them and then... Not actually sort of, I'm selling them. Yeah. And then while I'm selling them, I think of something... how to make it better, or
So is it more just like you offer, say, 4 different models for someone?
Well, I was doing that originally, and I'm glad you asked, because what I'm trying to do is find the best, the best board for everyone.
Yeah.
And then for someone like, for example, Thomas Egan, he can have something that's like a best all-rounder, and then have something that is in his new video, which is actually pretty dope. You got to check that out if you haven't seen it. I built something that it literally weighs a ton. So it's not practical, but it just sounds really good.
Oh, man.
So someone like Thomas Egan, he needs both.
Yeah.
Someone that he can just chuck in his car.
Yeah.
And then something that's at home, behind the bar. Yeah. Just there.
And you also built him a bloody stage by the as well.
So you knew about that?
No, I didn't. I'm just going off what you just said.
No. I thought you were referring to the stage I built for the Tap Pack in the Opera House.
Oh, did you build that?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, well, actually...
Good stage, that.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of it.
Yeah. But it looks good, too.
Well, so there was the platform.
There was the bar, and then there was the platform.
So I didn't do the bar, but I did, basically, a floor covering on steroids.
Yeah, right.
And that sounded... You saw that show, right?
Yeah, I did. It was amazing. Yeah,
so
it was great. That was the first time. I'd only ever seen their corporate stuff.
Yeah.
And
even that stuff's great too.
Yeah. Oh, and I always just thought seeing their corporate stuff, and then I saw their show, and I was always going, oh yeah, I've seen it. But then when I saw the show, I was like, oh man, I actually haven't seen anything. That
was top quality.
Yeah, very.
I think
a
lot of
show.
I think, and it's funny because that show in Opera House, it's funny, one of those things where if any of my friends are a part of something, I sort of go to watch it because I want to, just attend, and just sort of buy tickets anyway. Yeah. But that crowd was the first crowd that you will see that 90% of the audience is the public.
Oh yeah, I think they've cracked it.
So, of course. I mean, they've done so well. Edinburgh, they did crazy. They've done crazy things. They actually did their second tour to Edinburgh now this year. And then they just come off West End. I say just, but it's, I don't know, days are going so quick. Yeah. But they just did West End and sold out there. So which is huge.
Massive.
So massive things for Tap in Drummond too.
So and with Sydney Tap Fest, because how long have you been running that for now?
This was the 3rd year. It runs every year in April. Yeah. So.
And are you like, as soon as that one's finished, you're on to the next?
Oh,
or have you
for sure.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I always look back on it and go, okay, what could I have done differently? How can I sort of target the audience that are actually coming to the festival, as opposed to saying they're going to come and then don't come.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to target for the people that are interested in tap and think, oh, wouldn't mind a day there, or
Yeah, because I look at the tap at ADF and it's a real shame. It's like, I'd almost feel like you need to sit down with Angela and go, listen. Yeah. I'm growing my side, because I look at the numbers you get at yours, and then I look at the ADF stuff, and I'm just like, shit.
I'm glad you brought that up, because with ADF just passed, and I've got a lot of really good things to say about it. But with the tap, this is not, like I said to you before, I love talking, but not so much about me, but just a fact, I had a studio owner that I know message me or take a video of the registration list at I think it was 11 a.m. on Friday. And basically it had 80 registered straight away in the first 2 hours or whatever.
For your class?
For my class.
Wow.
And there's a max of 40 allowed there. So there's already double.
Yeah, because they literally give you
it's not. No. But again, I think that's because last year the registrations they had to be done online. Yeah. And then this year, you just rocked up. And I had a couple of girls, because the tap classes were held on Sunday.
So what did you do? Did you just jam it all in? Or
they just
people get diverted over to Glenwood?
No,
or what's happening?
That's it. Cut off like.
So you cut it at 40.
Well, I didn't cut it.
Yeah, I know.
But so they had people that missed out. I had a girl come from New Zealand just to do my class.
Oh shit! She got cut.
Yeah. Well, she didn't get cut. She didn't because she came on. I think from memory, I could be wrong, but she flew in on Saturday night. Well, Saturday afternoon, stayed the night to go do all the tap classes on Sunday. Or at least mine anyway, from what she had said. And she missed out because registrations were full on Friday.
Shit.
So she didn't know that.
So you do open classes, but not consistently.
No, not consistently.
You are doing so. If you see 80 people want to go, I want to tap with that dude. Is that maybe something you would look at? Because I'm looking at a lot of classes now that people might do them once every 3 weeks.
Yes.
And they're getting a great amount of people at their classes. Maybe
mine fluctuate, so some depending on what's really on, if there's any other classes that are on, when I'm available.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I realised. The last class I had, I don't know, 40 or 50.
That's great.
Which is
it's insane.
It's stupid. It's my
The only class, honestly, when I was training away from my dance studio that used to pull numbers in that amount was Marco's jazz class. He was the only one that used to pack it out.
Yeah.
No one had classes that big. Like Tanos' class used to be big, but big was 30.
Yeah.
Big was 30 in triple minutes. It wasn't. These numbers now, like I see people get over 100 to the class. Like Jervis did a hip hop class, he had 60, Blakewood had 70 the class after. I'm like,
I think social media's got a lot to do with that, and I think it's as long as it's a big thing of what I do. Yeah. But I think using social media as a platform to promote what you're doing.
Mate, I love your consistency. I look at your consistency.
Because I'm worried about that. I was going to ask you about that too, but.
Yeah, don't use me as a judgment of what to do on Instagram, because I am lazy as shit on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you just not interested, or you just no? Right.
I don't care.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm not relying upon it, and I'm actually running into hurdle now from where I am in my career, because a following would help me in some parts. So I probably should look at it a little bit more.
Well, it helps me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I was going to. So are people? So you're spike in teaching directly from your Instagram, you feel, the amount of content you're putting out there?
Yeah, I was...
Because everyone knows you.
Oh, yeah.
Dance schools know, because
that's good to know.
Every Stedford that's gone through your mum's studio, you're sitting at the front, hit and play.
Yeah, right.
So we all have to give you a CD
at some point,
So we all know you.
Yeah, no.
We all know you're there.
Well, that's good. But originally when I first started doing a lot of videos on, Instagram and all the rest of it, I sort of had this bugger at the moment. I was just like, I was really reserved about putting out my content.
Yeah.
Because I value, this is one of my biggest downfalls. I value other people's opinions more so than my own, or people that I should valid. That should be valid.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that, and I'm just seeing. Sorry, that just went off my mind. But I'm looking at that and thinking, wait, where did we go with this?
No. So are you saying you're a bit worried? You worry too much about other people?
Yeah, that's what I did. And then I went a bugger at the moment, and I went, you know what? I'm just going to post whatever I want to post. Yeah. And that did really well. And then originally I had about, it was like 95% of my following was from Sydney, Australia, and then I went to around Australia. Now it's down to 57% of my following is from Australia, and then my second biggest following is US, then UK, Brazil. Yeah. Brazil, massive tap country.
Really?
I reckon probably the biggest and close second to America. Yeah, for sure.
Do you know anyone in Brazil?
I know a couple of people. I have some friends.
Would you go over there for a workshop?
Oh, for sure. I'm already. Yeah, that's already going ahead. Yeah.
Right. So you're going to go do some tap.
Yeah, January. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to Brazil?
Brazil.
Wow.
Rio. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, for about 5-10 days.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And then what? Just come home?
Yeah, why not?
Mate, I'll kick it there a bit longer.
Yeah, well, actually,
we're not going anywhere. Go over there.
Yeah, that's it.
We're not going anywhere.
That's kind of what I'm getting into next. I'm going to Thailand to teach tap soon as well.
Oh, to teach tap. That's why you're going to Thailand.
Well,
right.
it was like I'm doing two or one. You know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah,
I'm trying to do both.
Yeah,
so I have to stay a bit longer.
You're going to teach tap in Thailand?
Yeah, which is not a massive country for tap.
No.
The people that are interested in over there, they love it.
So are people finding you now in these countries from your Instagram?
Sure. Yeah, I just got a message this morning, literally when I was uploading that video. This bloke from Romania, have no idea who he is.
That's mad.
Yeah, yesterday Germany. It's really cool.
Now you are a great tapper.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, you are. You got a good tap. Now you got this style that you got because you kind of got a nice mix. Of just like a bit of a commercial movement.
Yeah.
That's happening.
For me personally, from what you see mostly on my Instagram, is basically a lot of what I think kids and young adults want to do.
Yeah.
The stuff that I do, I originally was doing a lot of stuff myself, like videoing myself after class, and then, but then again, I started to go, you know what, people might want to see what I'm teaching these, 14 to 21-year-old girls, and trying to make that a bit more commercial.
Yeah.
So I'm posting that, and I'm doing, I think, reasonably well from that.
You are. You're doing great.
So for example, one week I'd like to do like a hip hop sort of flair.
Yeah.
For me personally, I love a lot of a cappella stuff.
Yeah.
I love odd time signatures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With 7/4 or 7/4 is really something that I'm finding difficult.
Yeah.
7 is like, I call it itchy 8. So
Yeah.
you go to like an 8 count, which is like, which is 7 is like, it's really difficult because it feels like an 8, but it's not, and then the next person thinks it's a 1. It's hard.
Yeah.
So for me, the stuff that I post, I enjoy it, but I'm just saying I think the students don't want to do so much that what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to offer something that they might be interested in doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's working.
I mean, for me, I know a little bit of tap, but I'm nowhere near on your level. I probably should know a little bit more tap, coming from my
dad?
parents.
Yeah, that's right.
But when I look at your stuff though, and I look at other people's stuff, I love what some of the boys are doing with their tap, but I look at their classes, and it's almost like no one is enjoying it because they're just worried so damn hard. Like they're going, what the? Yeah. These steps.
Yeah.
Where your stuff. Yeah. I'm seeing people relax, they're enjoying it, and they've brought a style to it.
Yes.
They're not worrying about...
No, well, I'm glad you say that.
I think
that makes me feel great.
And there's some other teachers that I look at, like open classes, and away from the tap shoes, I look at some classes who are extremely challenging. They've got 10 people in it. Yeah. And then I look at the other ones where that choreographer might not be in tension, but his style is making everyone feel good because everyone can do it. Yes. He's got 100. Yeah. She's got 100. Whoever it might be. Yeah. So sometimes it's not always, and your stuff by all means is still great quality tapping, but there's this element where everyone can still feel good.
Well, I think it's
like
about...
there's a little groove, or there's a there's a bit of that in it, which is cool. Everyone can do it. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think that I'm so glad, because that's exactly what I'm trying to achieve. I think tap, for a long time, especially in Australian tap, they have this mentality, or tap dancers, or dancers per se, have this mentality of, it needs to be, we all need to look like tap dogs, or we all need to look like... Viking men. And it's funny enough, I look like a Viking.
Yeah, I don't know where you've got that from.
Yeah, and so basically, and I'm like, but I think it's important that no matter if you're, a male or female, that you can dance and that with having tap shoes on. So there's still the tap element there, but I think a lot of people forget, especially teachers, some of them, will forget that it is a dance form. So as much as you're playing instruments...
You have to be choreographed from head to toe.
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people forget that... Well...
I mean, I think that, because honestly, I get bored. Like, I watch some kids' solos, and I look at them, and then after a minute, with this poor kid just looking at his feet the whole time, just going to get it, I'm like, I've seen it.
Seen it in the first 30 seconds,
What are you going to do?
Yeah, no.
Now how are you going to entertain this audience?
Look, I think it's all in perspective. Like, if... I really encourage kids to do whatever they want to do. But if you're on stage and you're selling, you're competing, or you're doing a little show or whatever, you got to remember that you're entertaining the crowd. So you need to be entertaining from the head to toe. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're losing 50% of the space. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people...
Well, there's no other dance genre that really only focuses... Like...
No. I mean, there's flamenco... Irish, but they don't use any arms. But I think I'm just sick and tired of seeing. Well, I was sick and tired of seeing tappers thinking that it was all footwork.
Have you ever done any Irish dancing?
Nah, can't do it.
You haven't? Can't do it?
Too much jiggles, bruv.
Right, too much jiggles.
Not me.
Right, because I know there's like a lot of good tappers that can kind of bleed over into Irish.
Well, to be honest, it's actually the other way around. I think a lot
Irish good tappers.
Yeah. I think
nice
that's
loose ankles, and they can just make
loose ankles, really light footwork, fluid. Just I'm not saying that tap dancers can't cross over into doing a little bit of Irish, but I think the transition from Irish to tap, and again, this is just my thoughts on the situation. I could be incorrect.
Did you have you ever watched any of the Michael Flatley?
Oh, bro, 100%.
Some of the best cannons in the game.
Oh, bro, the best.
Half of them I was just like, oh, okay, that's how I'm going to do my jazz now. Like, that cannon was dope.
Epic.
Yeah. So I've watched a lot of kids patting. Just simple stuff. Simple stuff just done clean. I got a lot of my patterning and stuff. I just studied his stuff for ages. Just he's a really good.
He knows what he's doing.
Goes
great
hard.
Entertainer too.
Yeah, it goes hard.
You know, the arms and like full dramatics. It's great.
Yeah, he's mad. I wonder. Yeah, so if anyone's watching this and you don't know who he is, Michael Flatley, get around him. I should get him on the podcast.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. You switch off, don't you? You forgot the cameras.
There,
right? Yeah, I know.
I was just admiring the beard.
Yeah, I'm glad you're getting stuck into that 4 pints.
Mate, 100%.
Yeah,
this is good.
I have a little bit here and there. No, someone got a few
for Christmas. Did you get it on
Christmas.
or not?
No. Someone gave me like 8 of them, all different ones, all big ones, and I have it here and there, but nothing too major. Now, I also wanted to ask, when you're putting together your tapping stuff, do you do all your feet first, and then you kind of go back and go, where can I add it, or is it just pretty organic?
If I like, let's say I find a track, and I used to have to spend more time finding the accents, the melody, or the music where I wanted to play to. I have this thing in my mindset. I think it could be different everywhere else, but you can go with the music or against it. But as long as it makes sense, I think that's what I have to stay true to. But a lot of the stuff that I do post, I'll hear the track, and then I want to play with that, and then use the emotion or the sounding of the instruments to either complement or go with the track itself. Yeah. And normally, if something makes me feel good, I just go with that.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that. Your song choices definitely aren't your stereotypical tap songs.
Yeah, that's
which I think is also really appealing to your classes.
Well, yeah. And I think it's important that kids that aren't so interested with tap, that are really heavily jazz influenced or hip hop, I'm hoping I know this is from feedback that I've gotten, they go into other classes with a totally different mindset of how to count, where to find accents, how to bookmark choreo. I have this thing where I'm bookmarking, and it's like just a term that I'm using. It could be right or wrong. I don't know. Just something that makes sense in my mind. That someone will be doing something, and it's like, okay, what's next? It's all the mentality.
So you think about 4 counts before. So
and then think about what is going to be going from a left foot to a double stamp on the right. So I'm going double right, ba ba.
Yeah.
So then I'm just bookmarking choreo. So a lot of people are doing that now, which is dope. And I think what I'm trying to do with my classes is allow students, I should say, not kids, but students to come in and try to take away more so the tap combination than to take away that, obviously, but how did I count that? What inspired me to do that sound, that movement?
So you're generally, though, you're choreoing pieces. You're not necessarily teaching tap, are you?
Well, I'm trying to do both in the same. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'll use...
So if someone's a shit tapper, do you go...
This is where you need to focus on.
Right. Yeah. So did you come up through a syllabus?
I came up with many syllabuses. The biggest one...
Your training that you learned.
Yeah, that I did. Yeah.
So what did you do?
I came up with mainly Glenwood.
Yep.
And then, from about to the age of, say, 16, 17.
Yeah.
I was still doing it, but I had a lot of really cool mentors teach me. 2 I would love to bring up, with this obviously Nathan Sheens. Yeah. Love you, bruv. And Lee McDonald. Lee Bob was also really dope for me. He came in and he was dope. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, and that's when I sort of 17, 18.
So Glenwood gave you your fundamentals, and then the 2 older.
Well, yeah, I also had my mother when I was really young. And then they were teaching me, but I had BAL then. Yeah. Mum she just knows how to tap. Yeah. But she can almost like just stand there, and just pick. She could almost close her eyes and know what they're doing.
Well, a blind man should be able to tell if someone's a good tapper.
Or not. That's right. So mum would even be able to give critiques, blindfolded almost. Yeah. Same with your dad and mum. They know.
Yeah, well, mum taught dad how to tap.
Yeah, that's right.
And dad's a pretty good tapper.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I just know it got to a stage even when Dad was training, then he started going up to Newcastle and he was doing it. Yeah. That's how he met Dean and a lot of that age group.
Yeah, Renee.
So, yeah. So that's how he he got to a certain age where he started learning some more stuff. But yeah, they're a big one. Even sometimes when I find a routine where I just see this kid who's coming out looking at his feet the whole time, and I go, okay, well, he's not going to do anything. So, and they might think I'm rude, but I actually go like this.
Yeah, no. And you know
what? I'm like, I got to hear what you're doing to see.
Can I take the opportunity to ask you and your mentality of that? So you're like your thought process. Do you always want to offer them the advice of going, you need to perform this?
Yeah, it kind of depends on how good the student is. If I see, or it,
not that I know the or kids. Is an enthusiasm that's driven?
So if it's a studio and I know who the studio is,
right,
I probably won't. And it's say if they're quite a strong studio, like say I was adjudicating Brent Street the other day, I don't need to give them a page full of notes because I know they've got their shit together. I don't need to do that. But I'll only ever put like 2 critiques down, and it's only, I always word it in a way that I feel like they could be more competitive in a section. Not that I think you should do this, full stop.
Right.
To be more competitive against some of your studios, I'd love to see a little bit more content.
Right.
Or I feel like some of these dances can be pushed further to make you guys more competitive. I'll never say, I'm never that
I think that's like in the tap, you know, teachers, I don't know, click, whatever you want to, I don't even know, there's no click, but it's almost like
there is a bit of a teaching bubble.
For sure. But with the tap, it's almost like, I taught a 5/4 solo and I put it in a 3/4 section, and it was undefeated for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And no one picked up on it.
No one picked up on it.
No, and then the critiques are like, pick up your knees and watch your timing, and I'm like,
you're not counting.
Yeah, and I'm like, you missed it. It's a 5/4, dude. You know. The people like, I don't even know there was a 5/4 that existed.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah, so I'm with it really depends on the level of the student onto how hard I'm going to go. If I feel that it's quite a junior student and stuff like that. Like I've adjudicated, if we go into adjudicating world, there's your restricted, especially restricted and open. In a restricted section, I actually didn't give first place because someone would have had to go up to open.
Yeah, no, I respect that.
No one's ready.
No, well, I respect
that. You're going to go up there and not get placed for about 4 years. And it's going to suck.
It's going to suck.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
Yeah, but also too, I think in support of what you're saying, and I think it's great you're saying this, I think by letting them go up, it's given them a lot of students false sense of, I've done better than I did last. And I'm like, nah, you're not there yet.
Yeah.
And I think everyone should be following that suit.
Yeah, big time. So, and I think when you do that, your delivery is key.
Yes.
If anyone out there who's an adjudicator or goes into adjudicating, I think that's key. Your delivery is crucial.
100%.
You can tell someone they're an asshole, but if you say it with a nice big smile on your face, it's going to make it a little bit sweeter.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not saying you're going to call the audience assholes, but just for an example. No. So say if you go, hey, in my best interest, I'm super proud of this section. I think they're all some great dancers. However, I know what's your next step. And for you guys to continue your growth and development, if I put you up too early, I might put a roadblock in. So for that reason, we can do our silent first place. He's coming in at second.
Yes.
So I think this person should win.
100% agree.
But so I think there's ways.
And also too, I think doing that will encourage people not so much to care about the placing, but the report.
Yeah.
It's like for me, when I we're talking about Brent Street competing with the group section, that was actually my routines. I'm not sure if you knew that or not.
Yeah, no, I did know that. Yeah.
I will look at for example, if you not that you did, but you say, what's your timing or whatever.
No.
I would have been like. But if you said, I wouldn't mind a bit more animation or characteristic here or there, then I'm going to look at that.
What do those kids do? I mean, I don't want to just start harping on about Brent Street, but I felt when I looked at these kids, because they could dance, all these guys were dancing, but when it got to their tapping, I felt like they weren't as strong at tappers as some of the other kids. We're going up against an Eddinghausen and even All-Stars, there's some great tappers as well. But if I was to pay money to see a routine, I probably want to see that one.
Yeah.
It's just fucking a tap section.
Well, the thing is,
that has to be that.
I think, especially just, not that we're going to go onto a Brent Street.
No, that particular.
But the thing is, with the senior routines that I taught.
Was it the silver and black one?
And then I had the hip hop one as well.
Yeah.
But the ones that I've choreographed, see, what I love about Brent Street is Lucas is dope. He's like, I'm like, I don't think this could either do well or not well at all. It's still gonna have really good technique in it. It's still gonna have accents. It's still gonna have movement. It's not gonna be what you would see. So a lot of people don't either know how to adjudicate it or you know, or they're gonna enjoy it and go, cool. You know what I mean? But as a competitive routine, Brent Students are not the studio to be competitive. I think they're the studio to just train. Train dancers. No, I'm being very general there, but you know what I love is going, okay, cool. I think this track's going to suit this group. I want to do something like this for them. They're still getting the training out of it. They're still learning how to move their upper body with their tap, which is essential because a lot of these.
Well, that was probably the biggest thing that I saw when I saw them tap.
Cool.
Well, I thought they were the most complete.
Good.
Was their actual style and how they were dancing. When I looked at that, I was just like, these kids are dancing. Like,
well, and that's what I'm trying to achieve. You know, like, you know, again, I think, and this is not just going for tap, but I think this is going through all genres. I'm seeing syllabus work on stage, I'm like, that syllabus, and no, I love syllabus work. You know, I think syllabus really is a good foundation, but if you're relying on syllabus work, then I think you're not. I think syllabus work should be for class, and then choreography work should be for stage and routines. Do you know what I think? And I think what I'm trying to do is give them technique work, especially going back to my Instagram stuff. I love teaching 32 count combination. Like either 4 counts of 8, slow, or 8 counts of 8 slow. Fast. To get that sort of 20-second clip. But a lot of people don't know that we've done a bit of technique before it, or jamming, which is what I'm truly trying to bleed into classes now. But that's what I'm trying to do. So especially with
how does that go? With
jamming?
Jamming in class with students.
Yeah, so it wasn't really a thing. It's not really a thing still even now. But I think starting it from teens down I think everyone should jam. I think it allows you to know where the counts are. It makes you a better dancer. And again, going back to, just staying on the line with Brent Street, they're all going to become, I feel like a lot of them can become professional dancers. And if I'm just teaching them tap stuff and I'm not showing them the relation between them counting and then knowing where to find counts or accents or melodies, a lot of them are becoming better choreographers because they can count and they know where the melody or the accents are. So I'm like, that's a massive bonus for me. And that's why I love training them. You know what I mean? Training them.
Training them. For sure. And and they I'm just thinking when you were just mentioning a lot of them could become pro dancers. When I was sitting at ADF, I was watching Thanos's class. It maybe would have been 300 kids.
It's crazy. It's crazy, huh?
And I'm thinking, what? Do all these kids, Grant, there might be a third that are just there to be like, I just like dancing. That's why I'm here. I don't want to do a career.
Oh, for sure.
And there might be, but there are still so many people who want to do this as a career. And I'm like, what are you going to do? No. Well, there's no work.
I think right now we're leading. I think Australia is killing it. This is not tap. This is just me.
Killing it in what? Dances we're producing.
Oh, for sure. Creators that we're producing. I think right now, and I had this conversation with so many people, and if we weren't filming this now, I'd probably have the same conversation with you. I think we might have touched base on this at the last step with my mum, where I think right now, not that everything's flipped, but being very general when I say this, to become, I think in the next sort of that 18-year-old, 17, 18, 19-year-old, that sort of age bracket for the next, say, 5 to 10 years, I think on the resume, the mindset resume, it needs to be good to work with. Sing, act, then dance. Become a professional dancer. And I think that is almost, I'm being, again, very general, but that is the order. Because I'm sure you would probably agree with me, the talent out there is stupid. But finding someone that's good at singing, acting, tap, jazz, ballet, contemporary, lyrical, interpretive dance. Someone that follow that's easy to follow directions. That's so much harder to come across as opposed to someone that's just ridiculous with jazz or just with hip hop. So
I just worry about. I just don't think there's enough work for these people.
No. And I'm hoping that people like Stephen, yourself, Godey. I watched Godey's podcast for the second time last night.
Yeah, you could watch that a couple of times.
Yeah, I watched it twice.
Really go.
And he was, I think it was about halfway through.
It's the halfway point.
Yeah, and he just goes, Intel. Am I right?
Yeah, he does. I was about to wrap it up, and I just said, "Is there anything else you want to say?"
And it just went, especially when he started talking about his own style and shows and bigger pictures. He's not talking about competitions. He's not talking about Instagram video. He's just talking about, I want to be the next Fossey, and that's gangster.
And I mean, I watched his ADF piece that he did, and I watched everyone else's piece.
It was a music video clip. I feel like it was just more than that.
I know, and not that, not taking anyone away from anyone who won it or stuff like that, but goddamn, that dude is like head and shoulders above everyone in Australia right now.
Yeah, he's killing
it.
And
an award that is the best choreography.
Yeah.
You stand him up there and go, you didn't win.
Yeah.
And he's literally the best.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and I know by all means, this is me putting my 2 bobs worth, and you don't need to
that's
do
fine.
that. But that's just, I was like, when I was watching them all, and I heard who won, and then I went back and watched them all, I'm going, what?
I think in support of what you're saying, it's not against anyone else.
No.
But just going and seeing his, I'm like, surely someone in America or UK or Paris is going to go, can you choreograph a show for me?
Yeah, yeah. And I just don't know what his, and I'm sure he is working and stuff like that, but I just don't know what his hustle is like connecting to people. But I know he's very busy doing a lot of stuff.
Fashion.
I'm such a fan of that dude.
Oh,
he's epic.
I think if you're not a fan of his work, I think you need to at least appreciate that he's doing whatever he wants to do.
The precision and the creativity behind it.
The creativity and the way he's going about it. He's like he's not asking for anyone to like it.
No.
He's just doing.
The big thing he was saying is that over the past however long in Australia, commercial dance has been what it is. It's very blueprint. This is our style. This is the mold you have to fit.
Yep.
And his thing was, if Australia would just open their mind with the people who are booking dancers, not necessarily the choreographers.
So do you believe that too? The clientele?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's the only way we're going to get more work because there's something would need a change. Look at the amount of dancers that were at ADF on the weekend. And even if I go, half of them want to be
I haven't seen anything like that around the world though.
Yeah,
I see big dance conventions like in America and that. But when you look at like Sophie Holloway's class,
the 411 project,
that one
was ridiculous.
It's like 400 people. It's like what?
Yeah, I'm like, but I'm just really concerned.
I don't see that anywhere. Do you see that anywhere around the world?
I mean, I don't look at dance shit.
I'm trying to find it.
As I said, social media.
Yeah,
I don't look at it.
Well, I'm on it.
I'm mates with you and I know you tap. That's about it. That's as far as my dance content
That's
goes.
right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, no. But I'm sure in America they've got some.
I'm sure they do.
They've got some big things.
But
I've seen Brian Friedman kind of pack it out.
Of course.
He's done some stuff.
He's done some mad stuff.
But yeah, it's just so big, and I just look at that many kids. I'm like, damn. We're going to have a lot of dance teachers in 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, I know. I just hope that there's.
Well, I say, and I agree with what you're saying with the whole, we're going to have a lot of dance teachers, but I think, and that's another sore subject for me with, people coming out full time or whatever, and then going, oh, I've got no dance work, I want to charge $70 an hour teaching. I'm like, nah, you don't.
Yeah.
My first 2 years of teaching, I didn't charge my mum anything.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I was at home, but at the same time, it's like, I was teaching 2 and 3 year olds for nothing.
Yeah.
So anyway, going back to, the opportunities as opposed to, the quality of dances that we have in Australia. I think what I'm really trying to breed now in that sort of 15 and up is what we just mentioned before, what I mentioned before about being a good person to work with, singing, acting, and then dance. I think that'll make a really good dancer. What are your thoughts on that? Would you agree?
Yeah, I think it's almost a given with some now. Like, I think you could easily, after looking at ADF, I could pick 100 people from that workshop who could sing, dance, and act. Yeah. So the thing is, what's their little part that makes them different now from the 100? And then from there, what's going to make them different from the 20? What's going to make them different from the 5?
I think weeding them out is that the work ethic, acting and singing.
Work ethic, presentation, how they look. Do they fit the
punctuality.
brief?
Yes.
Do they even fit the brief that's going?
Yes. And I think a lot of people neglect that, when they're doing full-time or whatever, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think that sometimes when I'm teaching, I'm like, you do realize you're going to have to be dope, like with everything.
Yeah. But also realistic on what your market is. And I think a lot of people have false hopes where they think they're going to be something, and in the body, the look, the style that they're in right now, it's just never going to happen. Like me, I now look at a lot of younger guys who are dancing on gigs, and for a nanosecond I would go, why aren't I on that? But now if I stand next to a 19-year-old guy, I look older. Yeah. So now but like say, I don't know, just, and a lot of guys I know, I was in an era where there were some bigger guys, they were a bit stronger, but now...
Yeah, you're right.
If I look at a commercial dancer now for a lot of guys, sometimes they're not always nice, big, strong lads.
Do you think that's a phase? Do you think that's the new thing?
Or? I don't know, I think there's just certain choreographers...
Because I think you're in that really, and this is not me pissing ass at all, but I really think that you're in that, that sort of, I don't even know, that... Like, for example, if I was going to do Chicago or something, you're definitely the look for that. You know, or there was a Armani ad or something that they needed dancers for, you're definitely in that bracket.
So, I know there's still some stuff I can do, but if I look at just some like generic commercial dance gig going around, there was stuff now I'm just a little bit older. It's just a new generation's come through. And that's just me realising now that I wouldn't book the same jobs. These people who are going into the industry need to go, okay, I need to look at myself, and even though I am talented, I can do everything. I need to look at myself and go, if I stand next to that person,
do I look?
Am I going to fit?
Am I going to fit? Yeah.
And this is where I think Godey's good point comes in, is that we keep looking at what fits, and no one's going, here's a new category.
Yes.
Switch.
That's where it became really that.
I think that's where the big aha moment happened.
Yeah.
Which we kind of always knew. I just don't know how it's going to happen. That was my question to him. I said, great point. How's it going to happen?
I think it's going to happen. Well, I don't know.
I don't know how it's going to happen.
Well, I don't know. My 2 cents on that is people going and... I think people need to stop training. You know, again, going back to that 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old mark. I think a lot of people, and this is going on top of pretty much everybody that you've spoken to on the podcast. I watched maybe 8 or 10 episodes. You know, a large chunk of them. And I think the general census is saying that a lot of people are going to stop going to classes where they feel comfortable going to. And going to classes where they're going to have to get out of the comfort zone, which is going to support. Not support, but encourage and push a new flavour. So as much as I am agreeing about the clientele seeing something, I think what we need to be doing is pushing that sort of outcast minority group. And the way to push that and shove it into the clientele's face is saying, this is what we're doing. We're doing cool stuff. And when I say we, I'm talking about Australia. You know what I mean? And for example, and again, not paying anyone else that has 100 kids turning up to their open class. But I look at some of these other, and again, I'm not going to mention names, but I look at some of these other people that are holding open classes, and I'm like, why isn't there 600 people in your class?
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
And that's, I think, the trainees or whatever, the people that are serious about doing this as a career, they need to stop being comfortable. And doing something that they think that they want to do. And go to doing something that they need to do. And by that, it'll more traction will build on people that are in that minority group, in that outcast. What is it? I don't know. Just people that aren't doing
minority.
The minority groups, and I think that people will see the stuff and then go, okay, cool. It's there.
I think also sticking to it for a long amount of time, and just make sure you've got a definite image that people can relate to and just stick at it. Like Godey has been doing his style for a very, very long time, and people know what to expect. Even you, and I don't want to harp on about the beard, but if I bring you into the studio, I know I'm going to get a big happy dude with a great beard who has, but you've been doing that for so long, I know what I'm going to get.
Appreciate it. And that means a lot to me, bro.
But you've actually stuck that out for a while now. And as much as, and by all means, your talent is great, but imagine if you went over to Brazil and you didn't have a beard, and your hair was a little different, I'd go, wait, hang on. Where's the big happy guy with the beard? He's the guy I wanted.
This is the guy,
So you've created something where people can, and it's not taken away from your talent. There's an image that people...
I honestly, I had this moment where in that bugger it stage, that I'm going to call it, I was being really reserved on who I was and what I could do.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do me. I branded myself as JW, which gave me, people knew, when they were calling me JW, they knew that there was they were the student or they were the person that was working with me. Yeah. If I'm having beers with you or if you've worked with me, you can call me Jake. Yeah. And that, I started doing that. I wanted to do what I was doing with my beard. I knew I was already, because I'm a big bloke, I already knew that I had a niche market anyway. Then I had a niche market with Tap, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to do, and to be honest, since the beard growing, I've done a couple of little things that has been purely on my size, my beard, and because I can tap. Yeah. You know, I've got a couple of little things coming up soon. So, but with that, I know my market, and that's what So, and even though, like, if I looked at that now 10 years ago, if there was a guy who looked exactly like you and was quite talented, he wouldn't know where to go. And now all of a sudden now he might come across someone like yourself and go, oh, so there's something. So if I relate this back to what Goaty said, no one has created another bubble over there for people to go, okay, I'm just going to jump on board with this. So you need someone to stick it out for a long enough time to create a following, and that's what's happened with you, I feel, so that's, you know, why I think this, as much as it's a great stylistically, it's now your brand. Well, 100%, and I'm glad you said that because that's what I was aiming for.
Yeah.
I had this moment.
Do you ever want to shave it off?
No.
Really?
No.
I get a little bit, and then I'm just like, you know, fuck it, I just got to. Like,
see, I pushed that through that stage.
Yeah. And then, obviously you did. Yeah.
And I keep on chopping it. If I didn't chop it, it'd be like.
Have you plaited it?
No, see, look, to plait it needs to be like.
Have you seen that UFC referee? He plaits it. I'll show you after.
Please do.
Yeah, he's like down to his knees.
Yeah, well, if I didn't cut it, what's called, I haven't seen it get to the forking stage. So it was forking stage, meaning it starts to split, and that's when it looks bad. So right now it's like, I think it still looks. Hang on a second.
I think it's still good. I was going to ask, so you brought the. Are you doing that all the time?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I just knew I was going to be on camera.
Oh right,
so I just kept it.
I really want to straighten it. I want to get one of those.
No, it looks weird, dude.
Have you done it?
Yeah, it looks.
So you've got one.
Well, the thing, no. Oh. Well, I've used my sister's.
You used a hair straightener.
A hair straightener, and that's no good.
Because it is a beard one.
It's
like
wavy,
brush,
man. It looks. I've seen that.
Yeah.
No, it's no good.
Yeah.
It looks terrible. See, like here, it's about as much wave I want to get.
Yeah.
But if I go, I'm glad we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if we straighten it, it looks really cheap, tacky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to get in between that stage where it looks manicured but not overly.
Yeah.
The moustache is a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
Because right now it's like the longest it's ever been. And wake up in the morning, I look like a Cheshire cat. Shit's everywhere.
Do you ever twirl it?
Yeah, I mean, this is like because I know I was going to be on camera, so I did a little bit of work. But if I'm going to teaching, I just go straight. Just go straight into the beard. Yeah. But like I've got this little thing coming up, and I'm going to curl it.
Yeah.
I have a mate in the States, Kaylee Carr, and his moustache is like next level.
Yeah, next level.
And his tapping is super good too. So he's got his own market or whatever. Yeah, and with his missus, Kelsey. Yeah, they're awesome.
I think it's just, and if we take away from good beard chat, if we talk about though creating an image for yourself, there's a guy who I follow, so I'm really, really into the UFC and all that, and there's a reporter called the Schmo, and he's got this great big like accent, he's got these yellow glasses that are huge. Yeah. And he goes, I'm the Schmo with the pro, blah, 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 and he always talks like this. Yeah. Now, I looked him up on YouTube, I looked at his channel, and up until 2 years ago, he was just trying to do trying to be funny, he was just a normal actor. And then all of a sudden, he cut his hair a little different, bought these glasses, got this wacky suit, and all of a sudden going, I'm the Schmo, and now he's just gone,
yeah.
So I'm not saying everyone needs to go grow a beard or be the Schmo, but there is something where you have to make a conscious decision to go, what do I look like?
Consistently branding.
What do I look like?
You need to be consistent. Well, I see, and I'm glad you said that because I think you kill it.
Yeah.
I've been watching listening to some podcasts lately.
Yeah.
About productivity, punctuality, how to present yourself, and I'm massive on presentation. See, the feel with me is you know what you're going to get, no matter, and I talk to you the same way I would Kelly Abbey, Lucas, my students, and that should be how it is, the same sort of level of respect. And because I think I'm trying to achieve this level of professionally relaxed.
Yeah.
And the things with you, when I see you, I know and this is really important from what I've been listening to, And I'm not sure if this is something that you're just naturally doing or something that you're trying to do. So maybe you can, I don't know, tell the viewers what your thoughts are on this. But for me, when I know something's yours before I see the Corey Blake podcast or before I see your name on it. And I think that is where it's at.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whether it be physical images or how something is presented, I think that's the goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm huge on presentation.
Yes.
Like I'd hate to rock up at a job, or not just even at a job.
Yeah.
And then they go and they ask me if I'm the waiter.
Yeah.
Like. No. You should know that I'm not the waiter.
Not the waiter.
I'm
if you're
the
getting
talent.
asked if you're getting asked, are you the waiter?
Yeah.
You're doing something wrong.
Yeah, you're doing something wrong.
You know what I mean?
I am big on presentation and people knowing that you're a professional, whether it might be and like for me, whether if I'm modeling, dancing, or presenting, they're my kind of three caps that I wear. No one's ever questioned what I am, and I actually kind of dress differently for all three, very subtly.
Yes.
But,
And would you on that topic? I'm massive on presentation too, but I'm on the sort of other end of other end, but I present myself so people I'm easily recognized.
Yeah.
And like for example, if I was in your three topics, then I would dress for those three topics.
And definitely.
I had this conversation with someone not long ago, and I basically said to him, you need to stop with the SJ stuff. Yeah. Maybe keep that for the shops or with your misses or whatever. But if you're going to ADF or you're going to an open class, don't dress how you want to be hired. Almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And the same thing comes with punctuality. Like I'm not asking for every student to rock up in a business dress or a business suit. You know, I'm not after that. I'm after you being on time, knowing your stuff. So even for students, and I think you turning up, let's say you're doing an Armani ad or whatever, you TVC, and you turn up dressed like you're ready for the work. They don't even have to do makeup. Then that's dope. Now, if I said to you, you need to turn up to do, not me, but someone says, you're doing a DeWalt ad, like a battery operated drill ad or whatever. You'd probably turn up a little bit more relaxed feel, would you not?
No. See where I would still rock up, because if I've done like stuff for I'm
glad we're making this more about a little bit about you too.
a little bit about as well. So like quite often I might be the tradie. If my hair isn't so like
I've seen something like that.
And if I'm a tradie, I'm not going to rock up looking like a tradie. I'm still going to rock up on there where they go, oh, you're the model, aren't you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, so I would never, I'm still going to dress as Corey the model every time I rock up. Like, no matter where it is.
Okay, good.
No matter where it is. Even when I adjudicate, or even if I rock up to an Stedford, there's still...
See, and if I do an Stedford or I rock up to... I'm dressing how I know I'm being presented. You know what I mean? And not that it's right or wrong. And again, I think if I was you, I think I need to dress up like you.
Yeah.
And now if I'm the big burly man that has a beard and I'm JW Murray, I'm rocking up to an Stefan and I'm adjudicating in chinos, boat shoes. I'm still being presentable, but at the same time I have that relaxed vibe. So,
mind you, your head is so recognisable now that like people will know we get you. So that's why I mean your branding has been so good for such a long period of time.
Do you think though? Because that means a lot to me.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Awesome. You've got a head that everyone knows.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know anyone else who has your head. But in saying that, I could take you to a casting and you go, oh Corey, there's another 20 of you here. I've just gone, I'm not that special. And I think that's what a lot of people might misinterpret with me, people who don't know me might think I'm maybe full of myself or really,
I don't think so.
I don't know.
No, and if they do, then stuff them.
Well, no, it doesn't faze me.
No.
Because I know that if anyone who knows me knows that I'm very real, which I know my market.
Professional.
I'm not, and I'm trying my best to get out of the pack, because I know, honestly, go to Bondi on a summer's day, on a Sunday, go to Bucket List. There's about 30 blokes who are all 6 foot blonde hair with a little bit of scruffle. All sitting there dressing all cash. There's a million of me out there. So I know I need to be on my game when I am rocking up to these jobs to know that I can kind of stand out.
You're not the waiter.
Yeah, that I'm not the waiter. Know that I'm not the waiter. So anyway, how has this podcast experience been? I told you forget about the camera, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I've just looked at my beer and I was just going... I might need another one.
Yeah, you might get another one. It's all right.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
How about we, yeah.
Oh, geez, it's been, nearly an hour?
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Time flies. Everyone who comes, they go, oh, I'm going to be so nervous. Blah, blah, blah.
I wasn't really nervous.
No, you wouldn't be nervous because I know it's me. But there are people that go, fuck, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And then they get to the end and go, oh, we've been talking for an hour.
Jeez,
oh,
man.
shit, yeah, this is a podcast. I thought I was hanging at your house. So,
I was not. I was thinking about the 35 minute mark, you know?
Yeah, bro. All right, well, let's slap him up. We're all done, bro.
That was good.
I've still kept my perfect record with slaps on camera. I get real nervous doing it. But
do you?
You got a good hand slap.
Good mitt.
That's a good mitt. All right, everyone. J.W. Murray, get around here. Turn out, take a little clap. I wish I could do all that. We'll learn later.
That's
all right,
it.
Pew.
Bye.
Yo.